Okay. There's Charlotte first in here. What's happening? We'll get started. Hawk. You got your Hawk line. DC has her line. Grant CE, hey! Give everybody just a chance to get in. Anthony Dunn, Glenn Orgel. Hello, hello, hello. Yep, they are trying to scare the crap out of you. Wait till you see this. See, coronavirus didn't work. So they gotta have something else. Window seat. You got till the 15th. You're fine. You're fine. Linda Poor from Pennsylvania. Hello, hello. Jerry Ludwig. Hey. Think I'll make somebody mad if I put my collar up? Yeah, please. Anthony Dunn, kamikaze pigeons with C4 on their little bare chest. Hey, you know, replace the rubber bullets with real and then everything will be done. End. Earth Alliance, Circle Stones, Arizona here. Cool. Let's just give everybody a chance to get in and we'll get started. A few more minutes. How are you doing? Are you relying on the Lord today? You read your Bible today? Prayed? Man, let me tell you, I know all about stress. A lot. Yep. Window seat says they get mad about your collar? Wow, yeah. They get mad at everything. Man is self-centered. Man wants everything his way. Women too. You know, when I say man, I mean human race. Is Papa in here? Papa MC. Papa Mac. See, to me, it's Papa MC. He's my Papa. I'll just say Papa. Joe in Idaho. Wow. Happy Cat. What's up? You know, we just got a kitty, and I think that cat is happy. Glenn Orgel, stress does suck. It sucks the life out of you sometimes. It can kill you. Welcome, everybody. Yes, the bubonic plague. Can you believe it? My gosh. I'm going to get started here in just a second. Shirley Cogdill, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start this thing. Turn it up.
And hopefully the brain attached to the mouth, right? The brain, more important than the mouth is the brain. The brain is much more important.
He is the brain, and I am the mouth.
Tonight,
It's been socialist since January. You need to recognize that. It has. I always thought this song would be good with some vocals, but hey. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, they are trying to scare the living daylights out of us. And, you know, we talk about a cure for bubonic plague. Well, we got antibiotics that can take care of it. But if millions of people get it, that's going to be hard to do. But man, everything comes from China. Wait till you see what I want to read to you. It's crazy. And we're going to continue on with our story. The Deacon live. How we doing, everybody? I have missed you. DC, we got your line of masks. Just to let you know. It's funny. It is funny. Man, let me tell you, the masks that I made, you know, if they're going to make us wear what they're going to say is crazy stuff, is what they're going to say. We're not going to wear just some blank mask. I'll show it to you in a minute. Let's get into this because this is what I want to cover. Bubonic plague. Chinese city issues Black Death Level 3. Plague warning. Everything comes from China. What the heck? Bubonic plague has broken out in the Chinese city, with authorities issuing an epidemic warning after a local farmer contracted the virus that caused the infamous Black Death. The Inner Mongolian Chinese city of Bayan has been placed under a level 3 warning for epidemic control. This is the second lowest in a 4-level system, and the hunting and eating of wild animals has been forbidden. Yeah, it's been forbidden, and they're running out of food over there, so they're eating whatever they can, including rodents. The resident of the Nur is now said to be in stable condition. In November 2019, the same area of Inner Mongolia was the scene of an outbreak of pneumonic plague. Pneumonic plague is a deadlier variant of bubonic plague. The bubonic plague is caused by the bacteria called Yersinia pestis. This bacteria is usually found in small mammals and their fleas, particularly rats. Unlike the coronavirus, the disease is caused by an infection of bacteria. And if antibiotics are administered within 24 hours of infection, patients likely to survive. If antibiotics are not available, the virus can lead to a prolonged, painful death. You know what? I just want to say this. I was talking to Titus earlier today, and he gave me a mind blower. That he said, so if you need antibiotics, where do you go to get them? Without seeing a doctor, where do you go to get them? And I said, you don't. He goes, a pet store. Yes. And his story, and I'll have him on one day to talk about it. He's going to be here on Wednesday for Wednesday's show. If Titus isn't too tired, he'll be here to talk about it all. And yeah, get your antibiotics at a pet store for your animals. Yeah. Tetracycline, all this stuff. Pet stores. And Krunsky, what's up? Happy cat smoot, man. Marty Mouse, I'm going to ask you to share those links with me you talked about. You should be able to put those in chat later. Let me know if you're able to do that. Ann Edwards, what's up? Evelyn Knight. Oh, I'm scared. Yeah. It's what they want. I know you're being sarcastic, but it is what they want. And you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, just as Biden said that they're going to transform America, that he's a vessel for the left, the plague ain't working. This coronavirus. Trump is saying that, he's putting out the numbers, as we already knew, about how unlikely a person is to die from it. Well, when he does that, and we understand that it's true, that means they are going to kick it up a notch. They are running out of time, ladies and gentlemen. They do not want President Trump elected. They are going to do whatever it takes, including kill people. You're seeing what's happening in these inner cities. This is to make you blame Trump. And that's what their goal is. The closer we get to the election, the more they're going to ramp it up. And you need to pray for that man, because I wouldn't be surprised if they tried or have been trying the very worst thing that they could do to stop him from being elected. I can't say it on this channel because you know what would happen. Joseph Horvath. Didn't they have their plague in Los Angeles? I don't know. Their plague. Right here, Joe says, my father once gave me a shot of antibiotics from the D&B store for goats and small animals. I'll tell you, I felt like Superman. Well, it works. Ann Edwards, whatever it takes, they have tried many times. Veteran who approves. Sniped. Beretta and me. Take him out, not to lunch, right? Or JFK him. I mean, that's, we see all these things on The Simpsons that have come true. And, they have him in a coffin. So where dents in the floorboards? Being on your knees over it. So yes, please subscribe, click the bell if you want to make sure you get alerts. You can also sign up for the alert system. I rarely use it, but it is in case we cannot meet here on YouTube. Just in case. And yeah, we're going to continue on with our story here in a minute. Just want to cover some news, things that are issues that are important. Hold on just a second. New York becomes death city. I saw some of the images. Saw a man getting shot. NYPD searching for man who opened fire on couple as city devolves into death zone. Yeah, I don't know if I can play that video. Criminals, though, know they will not be held by police, and in fact, police won't likely even respond thanks to Democrat policies. We know this already, folks. We know all of it already. Let's see. Here, let me play this for you. I mean, we get it. We get it. Watch. It's, oh. That was a different one. That wasn't the one with the family. Crazy, huh? Crazy. New York City police are searching for a man who opened fire on an innocent couple on the sidewalk. July 3rd. It's just, dumb. You know, I mean, do we really need to go over how stupid these idiots are? No. This is what UN officially supports Antifa, claims peaceful assembly isn't terrorist organization. Big surprise here, the United Nations threw its support behind the violent leftist fascistic using Antifa. My God. My God. Minnesota governor demands U.S. taxpayer foot the bill to rebuild burned cities. Oh, and did you hear? Kanye West is running for president. It might be a political stunt, but maybe not. I mean, a billionaire who, why would he want that job, seeing what they do to Trump? Is it a stunt to sell albums? Maybe. Elon Musk has thrown his support behind him. You know? Is it a joke? I don't know. Let's see what we got going on in here. A veteran who approves, yes, said he'll split the black vote, and that's just what Trump needs. Yeah, he might win over that. Esbon, what's up? Welcome. So yes, I've changed the channel name back to The War Drummer so people can recognize it. I should have did it a long time ago. Because I'm demonetized anyway now. Who cares, right? Who cares? Who cares? You know, I have grown kind of fond of RT News, Russian Times. It's a Russian newspaper online. Georgia governor declares emergency and deploys National Guard as Atlanta violence skyrockets amid Black Lives Matter protests. But I'm going to show you the real reason that the National Guard was deployed, and it ain't what you think. Watch. I mean, this is crazy. Hold on, you might hear the sound. I just got to bring it up. Yeah, let me show you this. This is in Georgia. This is the real reason the National Guard was called.
Black power. Black love, black love.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and you think that is just to protect black people by others killing black people? Kathy Cutler, do you think that is here? Do you want to see this? You're just coming in. Let me show you this, Kathy. I think you want to know what's going on in Georgia, why they've called the National Guard. It's not because of the two murders there. This is why. Let me show you. That's in Georgia. That's in Georgia.
Black power. Black love, black love.
Yes, they want to start a race war. Remember, I told you that Helter Skelter was around before the Beatles. Helter Skelter was before what's the murderer's name? My mind is drawn a blank. Helter Skelter is an old prophecy of the desire to start a race war in order to summon the Antichrist. Yeah. Charles Manson, correct. Thank you, man. I had a brain fart. Thank you. Thank you. At least I know who's listening. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, those aren't, assault. Yeah, rifles. Yeah. Helter Skelter is here, ladies and gentlemen. It's here. Crazy, huh? Absolutely crazy. Get a noose. Alleged attempted lynching investigated in Indiana. Yeah. Where are the protests? Firearms overtake fireworks as shootings over July 4th weekend leave scores dead in big U.S. cities. Court orders Dakota Access Pipeline to be shut down for environmental review, handing victory to Sioux Tribe and other protesters. Man, my God. Veteran activists have called out BLM, Black Lives Matter, as a tool of the Democrats from day one, but agenda-driven millions of dollars drown out the grassroots. You see, it's time for Republicans, conservatives to stop being quiet. Remember the old saying? The leftists cry while the right subsides. Oh, here's one. I got to read this. This may offend some people. So if you're offended easily, plug your ears. This is in the news. Horny women of the world unite. Don't let woke Puritans cancel the steamy Netflix movie 365 Days. All these fakes. Remember that whole reclaiming your virginity for the liberal cause, telling men no? Who wants these people reproducing, right? Who wants that? Helen Hahn, what does the Simpsons shadow that's going to happen next? We don't know, but like I said, they did show Trump in a coffin. I know it's silly to talk like that, but man, you gotta think of it. Jody Santos, what's up? Tim the Seer, bottom-up architecture deprives Christ's light from shining down. Semantic games. Mm-hmm. Joseph Horvath, do I have a copy of the Simpson episode? No, I don't. I've just seen it. You could easily find it, though. Just type in Google with quotes, if you were brave enough to use Google. Put in quotes, Simpson, Trump, coffin. Thank you for putting that in there, Emery. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And folks, one thing we want to talk about first before we start on the story that I'm reading is the raffle. Yeah, here you go. Here's a new one. Suspected case of bubonic plague registered in China days after Mongolian outbreak. A suspected case of bubonic plague has been registered in China's north. According to local health authorities, the news comes after 2 similar cases were detected in neighboring Mongolia. The case was registered at a hospital in China's Inner Mongolia region, its health commission said in a statement on Sunday. And what I said about antibiotics and getting them without a doctor at a pet store, I'm no health expert. Remember that. I'm not telling you to go buy all of it. I'm not suggesting that you go buy antibiotics from a pet store. I know that I am, but I'm not suggesting that you do. Glenn Orgel says it was the episode where Lisa becomes president. Yeah, so be prepared. China's up to something. Karen with a guitar. Liberal musician hit with PC backlash after telling Kanye, get effed. Charlie Daniels died at 83. We were in communication with Charlie Daniels over appearing on the show during the auction for General Flynn. And they entertained it for a little while, and then they had a big meeting amongst themselves and said it wouldn't be wise for them to come on the show. Iran's arrest warrant for Trump. Yeah, can you believe that? Amazing, huh? I tell you, that's somebody who should run for president someday is Jesse Ventura. I'd vote for him in a heartbeat. All right, remember when I told you that your money is going to become worthless because no one's going to take it because it's the dirtiest thing that you carry on yourself. It's covered with your juices and everybody else that's touched it. They're going to say, why is the coronavirus still just blowing up everywhere? And they're going to finally realize that it's on the money. At least that's what they're going to tell us. So I predict that you will be putting your cash in a garbage bag, driving to a disposal site and putting it in a can, and it will no longer be used. Donnelly Ann Gwynn, one of the mods in the group, she shared that Whole Foods now, cash not accepted. Credit, debit, EBT only, no cash back. We are managing our current supply of coin due to limits by the Federal Reserve. Please pay with credit card, debit card, gift card, and exact change if possible. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. Don't be fooled by the lull that we're in right now. It's going to be ramped up. Going to be amped up. So check this out. I want to show you this before we start with the story. Let me see. You want to see some great masks? They're going to make you. A lot of people have to wear masks. They have to go to work. I ain't going to wear a mask. Hello, Lord Tepper, what's up? And food production, man. Let me tell you, Tim the Seer, you go to the grocery store in my town, everything is 2 for 1. Buy one, get one free. But there's a lot of empty shelves. And the reason that's the case is because they're running out of food product to sell. They have to make their money with the product they have. Smootman, cashless society and tracking chip in vaccine. They can't pull back from what they have put in motion. Yep. Fight the good fight. Bales sent me. Good day. Love from Oz. Yep. Unbelievable. I had to get some party stuff for my wife for my boy's birthday, and I went to Dollar Tree, and right there on the thing it said, no mask, no service. And so I said, okay. So I put mine on because I needed to go in there. And I'm in there, and the manager walks in without a mask, walking in. So I just ripped mine off. And I mean, if I had a phone number, I should have took a picture. But small town, you do that stuff, man. You go back, you're going to have problems. So anyway, check this out right here. Let me put the link in here. These masks are crazy. There's a link if you want to buy one. I mean, I'd appreciate you'll be supporting this channel if you buy one. And I mean, hey, we don't believe in masks. We don't believe they work. That's why this first one right here said this mask is like a Democrat. It does nothing. Ha ha! And yeah, the Mount Rushmore one right here, yeah. It said they will not touch. They will not touch. Trump 2020. And see, this one's called the lib trigger. Trump, 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 Trump. Or the big trigger. Trump, Trump, Trump 2020, Trump, Trump 2020, Trump, Trump 2020. Then the flag, if you got to have a real, casual one, you can't wear one that might get your ass kicked. Science says masks kill. Oh, Kung Flu mask. You gotta love it. Boy, you know it. Hey, James Orbick, what's up? Kung Flu mask, or I can't breathe. Some of the folks on my mod team, they said, that sounds like what the left would say. You can't breathe with the mask on. Corona hoax. This is a lie. Fauci lied. This is socialism. Unmask the truth. That's the DC line. And where can I show you the lines? Like I got a Hawk line, a DC line, I got a Cynthia line. This is a gag order, Hawk. There you go, Hawk. There you go. It's a fact. Masks kill. Masked deception, DC. Yeah, I mean, some of you guys have to wear masks. Why not wear a mask that aggravates the living hell out of them? If that's even if it's even possible. Yeah, Jerry Ludwig says, I get fatigued wearing one, breathing my own carbon dioxide, but you got to wear one because you got to work. Some of us have to work. Some people, I will not wear a mask. Well, then don't. But don't come down on those who kind of have to. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people argue with me, and I'm sure people will turn me off and not listen to me anymore. But folks, God is clear about obeying the government. Oh, an Anon mask, Auntie Q. Anon. That'd be good. A Q mask would be good. Yeah, that's next. That's good. Ann Culver says, all the stores here require a mask. Now, some people are saying, man, that's the mark of the beast. You can't buy or sell without a mask. You could shop online. As long as you can shop online and you can buy things online, it is not the mark of the beast. It would have to be where you can't buy or sell at all, ever, anywhere. Anywhere, even online. That's coming. It is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Vern Bowling, all Black Lives Matter donations go to Act Blue, a Democrat funding for Biden. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I don't, what's, Boro? What's up? Boro says, that's insane. Obey this. Mm-hmm. Dave Rice, get out of Babylon. Yeah, if you like this channel, subscribe and click the bell. Choose the all to get all alerts. Charles Styron said, I have to wear one when I go see the doctor. Can't get in without being checked for temp. Yeah, that's how it's going to work. But just remember, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Well, they've just added to that. No shirt, no shoes, no mask, no service. Best thing to do is just don't lose your cool. Don't tell anybody off and make it where you can't go back in the store anymore. Just hold on. Just don't shop there or go there if you can help it. Because after November 3rd, maybe the mask thing will go away. Tim the Sierra, mesh mask. Yeah. White Rabbit. The White Rabbit made a mask out of mesh. It was great. Great. I'd like to develop a mask where it had holes for viewing, for breathing, but they pointed down. So if anything came out of your mouth, they would go down. It's a good idea right there. Burrow, no shirt, no shoes, no dice. Yeah, now you don't have to wear a shirt. You can go in and shoot up everybody and break down a place. Kristen Beard, what's up? What about the plague? Just joined. Yeah. Let's look back just to give you 3 cases of bubonic plague in China. It moved from a Mongolian town to the China mainland. And that's the new scare. I read the article earlier. You have to go back and listen. Truth, everything's better with bubonic on it. Right. See, they want to scare you with everything. Scare you with everything. So, let's see this. This right here, just want to mention this. Don't forget, those of you who've been listening for a while understand and may want it. Those who haven't may not care, but we are raffling off this guitar. And let me see. Get it in there. A very, very nice guitar for $25. And all you have to do, just to get a ticket, get a spot, for the live drawing on the 15th, $25 a spot. You can enter as many times as you want, and you can enter up to like 5 p.m. on the 15th, but we're going to go until that time. So $25, and that was the guitar used on the song Where We Go One, which was badass, I might say. Total Christian song. The sky, tripping on the sky. Where are you? Where do you live? If you're tripping out on the sky. Arr. I love some of these names, man. Love them. Arr. Where do you live? Oh, in Arizona. Shelley Cohen said, I don't care for Jesse V because of what he did to the murdered veteran and his wife. So I don't even know about that. So if I knew, I probably might feel the same way you do. Yeah, Helen Hunt, I'm too. Like, I'm so amazed how Americans are just rolling over. She says, I am too. I can't believe it. Vern Bowling, Nacera, and Gesera is coming, so we are told. So we are told. But we've been told a lot of things over the last 2 years that never have happened. Oh, Happy Cat, yeah. Lots of people making war in the heavens. All right, folks, we're going to read some of my novel. If you're not into it, I understand, but I have to record it for the audio book, and we have been moving along, and we are on chapter 24, and I'm telling you, we're all loving it, even me, and I wrote the thing. It's cool. So we'll be finished with the novel soon, and we'll get back to the regular show once this is done, and then we'll take care of it. Jerry, if you want to share that link when I start on the end of this chapter, that'd be great. Or not, whatever you want to do, and we talk about it more later. All right, let's read this. If you're behind, you may want to go back and catch up so you're in on it. So where we left off, remember they were showing the graffiti under the handrail of the Oak, which is Oak Alley, but showing a two-headed skeleton. And folks, also, if you're not into this, you got to understand, this is about the Knights Templar. It's about masonry, a lot about gaslighting, about how they do what they do. And you might learn some things if you listen. Kathy Cutler, did anyone catch the Amazon ad? I think it got pulled. It showed a child drawing in chalk, and the music was This Little Light of Mine. The Lord works in wondrous ways. So chapter 24. At a club near the... Oh, you're going to like this one. Remember we talked about steering people, managing circumstance, managing the feelings of synchronicity. That's how mind control works, ladies and gentlemen. When you're trying to steer someone to do what you want them to do, you must learn to control what they see as divine, and then they're yours. You'll be able to do what you want with them. That's how they work. The power of suggestion on a whole new level. Because you know, when you see something that you think is a sign from God and you get that feeling, right? Synchronicity, like, whoa, I was just reading that in the Bible, and there's a sign that says the same thing. It's a message from God. That's how it works. That's how it works. And remember, like, someone would leave something written somewhere for you to find, and then put something in another place for you to feel the feeling that synchronicity causes. And when you do that, if you can successfully do that, you got them. And that's what they're doing to us. Chapter 24. At a club near the causeway on the shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The year is 1973. He leans against the Corvette on the passenger side near the door. They'd parked near a concrete wall by the water. Johnny ran across the street to get some beer. In the distance, near a car, 6 young African Americans huddle around a fire, laughing. Music booms. These kids, 5 girls in bikini tops with jean shorts, and a boy, jeans cut off at the knees, no shirt, and very black. The girls start laughing at the boy. They hit him on the shoulders and arms, separating from the girls. He straightens in violent spasms. His eyes roll back into his head. He heaves. Clear liquid comes out of his mouth. Vomit, along with what looks to be white pills, like aspirins. He vomits again. Now, I really saw this happen. I'm writing one of my memories. I put it in the story. I saw this happen. Clear liquid comes out of his mouth. Vomit along with what looks to be white pills, like aspirins. He vomits again. The girls squeal and scream. What the group does next is unlike anything Val has ever seen. The boy heaves, but this time one of the girls pick up the pills and put them into her mouth. Then her body spasms and her eyes roll back into her head. She heaves. The boy and the other girls erupt with squeals of disgust. Another girl does the same. They laugh and jeer at her, and after, they go through the whole routine over again with a different girl. Then, all at once, detaching from his body, hovering above, Val is looking down at himself. In the shock of the sensation, he is transferred to his room back at the yoke. He stands in a far corner, observing. The doors to the balcony open. A man stands there, a vision. Wearing a black tight-fitting suit jacket with white frilly sleeves and neck, he peers into the darkness, holding something in his arms. All the lanterns smolder out. Sheer curtains dance in moonlight and breeze, hiding the man for a time. Bikini-clad, chocolate-smooth skin seems to push and pulse at the woman and young man as the woman and the young man move closer. Val does not move. He can't. Stomach twisting. The dissonance in the sight. The erotic with the grotesque, hypnotizing him. The girls laugh and jeer at a new girl who performs the same vile routine. Sorry, it was hard. Lightning flashes. In the glow, a small woman lies cradled in the man's arms. He carries her as a father carries a child, passing through the doors onto the balcony. He pauses. The scene plays before Val like a movie, and he, in that place between grasping and knowing, all at once understands. The man is Jack. He carries the woman, Louise. Val gasps, "Oh," his voice muffled under the booming car stereo and the jeering. "My God, no." Val steps away from the car. A black girl vomits, the bile clear. White pills fall from her mouth onto the dirty pavement. A different girl gathers them up and starts. The girls surround Val. He doesn't understand. He sees them but cannot take his gaze away from the image in his head. On the balcony, Jack just stands there. Val watches, knowing he can do nothing to stop what is about to happen. Another girl swallows the pills. More girls join in, jeering and hitting whichever girl has taken the pills. They laugh, but this time with inviting eroticism. The boy no longer with the group, only women surround Val. For one fleeting moment, a question flirts with him. Where's Johnny? The question pulls him out of his trance long enough to see all the women staring at him, hungry for something. Jane strolls along a large concrete wall, lake water lapping, blonde hair in a ponytail. In the wind, loose strands wisp across her face, girlish. Where is Johnny? In the distance, the yellow Corvette. A man leans against the driver's side door, looking toward the east, a bottle in one hand and cigarette in the other, doing nothing. It's Johnny. Maybe keeping watch. The girls are touching Val, still not moving. He can't. Jane says, there is that place between knowing and perceiving. All at once, knowing and understanding, Val Moreau, the rock star of New Orleans. Considered at one time to be Louisiana's richest, most eligible bachelor, as well known as any rock band, and the women and women and some men wanted him just the same. The girls kiss Val's face and mouth. Non-responsive, he's frozen. Folding her arms and glaring, Jane stops. These girls, she points to the group, they knew exactly who he was. A girl kisses Val's neck. Johnny is beyond them, looking away, waiting, smoking and drinking. Val can't move to stop or enjoy it. A girl moves to his mouth. It is slightly open. She begins licking his lips and tongue. He tastes the narcotic. He tastes the narcotic. He gets in 2 breaths and returns to Jack, holding Louise on the balcony. Then Jack just did it. He, a rapist, and of his own daughter, throwing the small-framed woman off. He wants the vileness out of him. Helpless, all Val can do is watch. Louise in the air between the ground and the balcony, twisting, between falling and dying. But she lived, all at once living while wishing for death. In the darkness, Jane continues, white caps on waves behind her. When Jack violated his own daughter, he not only took something from Louise, he took something from himself. He took from himself the Moreau family and the Azili family, and until he died, that something would live inside Jack, eating him alive and everyone else around him. Generation after generation, And until that fateful day in 1973, when Val, the last of the Moreaus, is covered in the oak's blood-rich dirt, it never will stop. Something or someone kept it alive, rotting the flesh and souls of entire generations. Johnny returns and walks around to the passenger side where Val stands, opening the passenger side door for his boss. Nonchalant and tipsy, he says, "Here you go, man." Val, still peering and not acknowledging him, does not move, not hearing. "Hey," Johnny says louder. Turning, Val comes to. No one surrounds him. He gets in the car. About 30 feet away, the group of kids dance, huddled. Pointing, he says, "What the hell are they doing?" A girl is bent over, the boy behind her. Johnny answered, "It's called dancing." "No, they were..." Then quiet, deciding not to mention what he'd seen. From that day forward, Val believed he deserved to be cursed. Jane says, living alone, believing your entire life is a curse. Val met Alex and they got married. Years later, Val met Alex and they got married. We asked ourselves, what about the honeymoon? Where'd they go? What did they do? When we come back, the key to everything, right here on the Dark Tour Company. That was that chapter. Chapter 25 is next. Let's just do that. Marty, do you have any of those links you want to share? The Hawk says, window seat, you could call yourself horse feathers. James Warwick says, well, good thing you didn't change your image too, or I wouldn't recognize you. All right. Thank you, Air. And I love the passion you read with haha. Gotta go later. I'll enjoy. Thank you. So yeah, don't forget about the raffle. And don't forget about the masks. I showed you those. If you want to support this show, get something. Get a mask. Oh, wow. Gail Brown, 12 miles from the armed protest. It was held at Stone Mountain. Wow. All right. So listen, Marty just put a link in there. There's a treatment for pain that I can't say on this channel because it'll get banned. And a way to get healthy, to strengthen your immune system. Go to that link Marty Mouse just put in, and you can sign up there. And also, if you want to start your own business with it, you can. You don't even have to buy anything. That's the reason I'm backing it, because people need to make extra money in this economy. So if you want to set up your own business and get off of narcotics, that's the place to go. Wow, suppress that annoying appetite. Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, Happy Cat. Thanks for not saying the name. But yeah, thank you. It does. It just bought some and it really helps inflammation. I'm telling you, it changes people's lives. Thank you, Emery, for sharing that link on the masks. I need to make one plain so that people can wear them at work and stuff like that, and I will. Okay, let's get back to this. Chapter 25. After the reception, remember they got married? They got married on the lawn of the Oak Alley plantation, but I can't call it Oak Alley in the book, so I call it the Oak. After the reception, they board the Queen Mary and head for New Orleans. On day one, tea atop an ivy-covered veranda in the French Quarter, the Veau Carré. Then, 8 hours later, their private jet lands at Paris International. They'll stay a night or two, or 3. Val could only handle so much of the French. He gets enough of it from their cousins in Louisiana. The food he likes. The people, French Creole, they are not. And he had somewhere to be, Haiti, via Africa. But they'd get there when they got there. Later, in a suite at the Ritz, overlooking the Place Vendôme, I can't say it, Alex wanted to visit the Boccaran or the Chamette in the square after dinner. When managing a fortune, one must manage a certain political stance, especially for the sake of the foundation. So he chose the path of his father and his father's father before. Anything to end the curse. I will support the Haitian people, they all said, blindly, hoping to somehow cancel out the deeds of their father, to quieten the voice they hear when they close their eyes. You are guilty. They've broken their backs for the yoke, for the Moreaus, so they deserve it. 3 months back, the mother in Alex encouraged Val to support a charity that worked with the Haitian people. They adopted an entire tribe, and, sadly for Val, the legality of such jaunts in charity work, made almost impossible by the law, pulled a man down to everyone else's level. Common sense told him, you need to at least see what you purchased. A charity, yes, but he was still buying something. And while common sense screamed, practically said, that trip is gonna suck. They traveled to the tribe via a safari. Besides, the rich know how to create write-offs when it's tax time. But first, London. They stayed long enough for Val to show his new bride Big Ben and have dinner in the heart of the city at the Criterion restaurant facing Piccadilly Circus. After dinner, he hailed a taxi that carted Alex off to their hotel while he hit the foreign exchange. Then the bar. He needs to score a fix before the trip. It'd be a while before his next buy. They were taking the long way, and for good reason. With alcohol on his breath and jittery hands, he returned to the hotel. Tomorrow they'd board his jet They'd board his jet and be in the air a grueling 9 hours to Nairobi. Val would have liked to have taken a more primitive African safari, but chose the luxurious one instead. As he told the travel agent, "It's for my wife. She means the world to me," all the while loathing himself. In his mind, he wanted the more rugged excursion, half of which would have been on foot. Heat, blisters, thirst, the actual danger of being eaten alive by wild animals. That was a real safari. But the spirit is willing and the flesh is weak, and the curse is real. He drank mint juleps in air conditioning behind 3-inch bulletproof glass, convincing himself it was all for Alex. I think I missed a page. Did I? No. He drank mint juleps in air conditioning behind 3-inch bulletproof glass, convincing himself it was all for Alex. He wondered if he was trying to buy her forgiveness. She had stuck around after the first fit, the one that almost broke her arm and most definitely sprained her back and hip. Then, at that moment, still standing with 50,000 in Haitian bills, he was taken with emotion over the idea that she would love him so much. He directed his rage at her. Over 2 years, it might have happened once every 6 months. He hated himself for it. He hated himself when it happened. Crying an apology one night, he told her he believed he did it because he'd seen his dad hit his stepmom. That he thought his grandfather may have done it too. Then, in an attempt to pull more pity from the bruise on her cheek and her busted lip, sobbing, he says, "I don't want to do it, but I think it's how I love, because of my dad, you know?" She pats him on the back. "Just kill him now." When he'd went into the deal on the Haitian charity, that's when he proposed. He'd signed the paperwork, then got on his knees. She cried and said yes. No one tried to stop her. Why? Or why should they? In fact, they encouraged it. That night she was taken to the emergency room. She told the nurse she'd fallen and hit the corner of the cabinet. "With your face?" "I know. It's crazy. I'm so clumsy." In London, just like that night 6 months ago, when he had got back to the hotel. When he got back to the hotel, she had said something he didn't like. He was high, so he gave her a black eye. He had bought her sunglasses the next day from a vendor in the square. He had put them on her face and smiled. Their flight for Africa left soon after. Then to Haiti. It called him. Are we doing all right with this? Hey, Trevor Lindsay. I know not too many people are into this, but if you are, let me know, because I probably won't read too much more. I'm tired. He'd given up more and more of himself for her. On one hand, he felt proud to give her everything she wanted and even things she didn't. But on the other hand, the hand that almost broke her nose the first time, he loathed himself for it. He knew it was the only way he could keep her. He'd say, you know you married me for the money." Shaking her head, she responds, "Is that what you think? After everything you've put me through, do you think I'd subject myself to this?" She points to a small scar on the bridge of her nose. "For your money? Just kill him now." He'd wanted to believe her, and yet he knows she's driven by her motivations. When she gets hurt, she buries it away and leaves it there. According to Interpol, they went to Haiti. Upon their arrival to the village, the one Alex pushed him to choose as soon as their feet. The one Alex pushed him to choose as soon as their feet hit the ground. Children surrounded Val, grabbing at him, pulling on his shirt, chanting, "Jacques te retourne pour faire no rich. Jacques retourne pour faire no rich." Val turns, looking for Alex. She stands at the car, helpless, struggling. He looks to the guide, yelling over the miniature mob. "What are they saying?" The black man smiles. "They say Jacques has returned. They think they are going to be rich." Hold on just a second. Cool, somebody bought a mask. Thank you. I can't tell who, but thank you. So I'm not feeling too well, folks. I think that's all I'm going to read tonight. I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, I'm not doing too good today. Oh, Susan Sawyer. Hey, Susan, we got it. I was going to send you a picture. We got your package for Luella. I'm like, there is like Susan Sawyer sent my little girl this scrapbooking stuff. A big box. I mean, like big ass box. Sorry, but that's it. And yeah, it was huge. And my little girl, I walked in there and it was everywhere. Everywhere. So yeah, it came. Thank you for that. I'll send you the picture, folks. Send me something on to my post office box. Just say no money. Just say hi. If you want to help support the channel, that's fine. But just say hi. I paid for that post office box. I got to at least use it, right? So I'm gonna head out, folks. And the Hawk says I've got the antibodies for the bird flu if you need them. You freak. The Hawk. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. But yeah, I'm reading the screen. Cool, folks. We'll see you later. And we'll hang out again tomorrow. Titus will be here real soon, and thank you for putting that in there, Titus. I don't know what's going on with my cursor. I can't find it. There it is. That's funny, Hawk. I will send you something via airmail, of course. Hannah Lore, later. Good night, everybody. Read your Bibles, pray. Oh, they haven't. Don't worry. I'm a little on the ill side today. Emery Rose, later. Laughter is the best medicine. It is. Thank you. Yeah, Susan Sawyer, man, she's the scrapbooking queen. I mean, she's got some stuff. All right, you guys, take it easy, and I will chat with you tomorrow. Later. Later, Happy Cat. Oh, yeah, if you want the book. Yeah, thank you, Emery Rose. Thank you. Later, window seat. Yeah, we know who you are. King Me 176. What's up? Remember, if you have to wear a mask, keep your job and stuff like that, I got some good ones. And there's going to be more tomorrow. Good ones. There's Hawks right there. This is a gag order. Here's DC's masked deception. King Me, God does live. He lives. And he is above all. Yeah. I had a hard weekend with some health issues. And no, it's not COVID-19. Yeah, pet supplies. Check it out. That link that Emery Rose just put in, very important. Very important. Remember, antibiotics at the pet store. Then you won't have to wait to get a doctor's prescription. The Hawk. Call you Hawk. You know what's funny? Don't forget, there's stuff like this that exists. CAG 2020. And like this one right here, I mean, hey liberals, I want you to shut up. Here, save this link too. Phone covers, all that stuff. There's one. Yeah. Some guy told me, he's like, well, I bought a t-shirt that said War Drummers. Now you're not the War Drummer? Hey. You remember this? See if it's going to come up. That's what it says on the front. Stop your crying. It's a republic. It said on the back, not a democracy. And it's the pledge. Remember this one? Man. Yeah, Emery Rose, the old school. Yeah. Glenn Ogre says, I got it on now. Shut up. Awesome. That is awesome. All right, folks. Feeling kind of weak. We will see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Bye.